Hi guys, welcome back from spring break. We are working in our textbook Adobe InDesign Revealed Creative Cloud by Chris Botello, and we are currently in week 8 or chapter 8. In this chapter we talk a little bit about some of the advanced techniques that are available in InDesign. We work with some new panels, object styles. We work with Pathfinder, which is kind of a cool tool to use. We use it both in Illustrator as well as in InDesign. And we work with multiple page sizes in InDesign, which is really a nice option that they've added within the last couple of versions. So before I waste any more of your time, let's get started. I have uploaded the data files to week 9 for chapter 8. We're a week behind now, right? Sorry. But data files chapter 8 are in week 9. Remember, they are as zipped files, so when you download them, you have to double click to expand them, or do a right click and choose the expand or extract option depending on what system you're on. All right, so assuming that you've done all that and we are have the document 8-1 open, we're going to start right in on page 8-6, and we're going to save this file as add and subtract underscore your name. And the download, as you can tell, there's a number of different parts to it. I believe I found this in the last section, right? The Part E section. Yeah, that makes it a little confusing when you look for the file. Sorry about that. But actually, that was the way the book editor or publisher decided to organize it. So now we are going to get the selection tool again on page 8-6, and we are going to click the green circle, go to Object, go to Transform, and then click Move. Well, if we could do that, we would be good. Holy moly. All right. I'm going to try that again. Transform and move. We're going to type 2 in the horizontal text box. Hit Tab. Sorry, I have to answer my phone. I'll be right with you. All right, guys. Sorry about that interruption. We are, again, on page 8-6, and we are going to move the green circle. So we've gone to Object on the menu bar. We've pointed to Transform. We're clicking Move, and then we're going to type 2 in the horizontal box, and then click OK. We're going to click on the yellow circle, and again go to Object, go down to Transform and Move, and we're going to type -2 in the horizontal box and hit Tab. Click OK. And then we're going to select all 3 objects, and you can do that with the black selection tool. Click and drag an imaginary rectangle around those. And then we are going to go to Window and go to Pathfinder. And that would be under, let's see, I think it's under Objects. Yep, under Object and Layout, there's the Pathfinder panel. And then we're going to click the Add button on the Pathfinder panel. And you'll notice there are 3 parts to this. This looks a little bit different than the Illustrator Pathfinder, but again, this is the one that we're looking for. And you'll see that these objects are combined into a single object. And then when the objects are added, the resulting object, the final object, assumes the color of the topmost of those objects. So I'm going to undo that once again. And you'll see that the topmost object in that that collection or in that group is the green, and that's why it then does assume the green color. All right, now we're going to use the Subtract Pathfinder. We're going to click on the red circle, go to Object, Transform, Move, and we're going to move this 1.5, and then click OK. And then we're going to go to the blue circle, do the same thing, Object, Transform, and Move. And we're going to type minus 1.5. We're going to again select all three objects with the black selection tool. And then we're going to go to the Subtract button on the Pathfinder panel. And this, as you can see, my little tooltip says that subtracts the frontmost objects from the backmost objects. So you can see what the resulting shape is, or imagine what the resulting shape is going to look like. The two front objects, the circles, punch holes in the backmost object, leaving negative space in place of the circles. All right, now we are going to click the green heart shape, and we're on page 8-8. We're going to go to the menu bar. We're going to point to Transform. And then Rotate. Boy, I don't know why, but my mouse is just going crazy today. And then we're going to type 180 in the angle. Click OK. That obviously transforms it or flips at 180 degrees. And then we're going to reposition the green heart shape in relation to the black shape as shown in figure 11 in your textbook, or I'll show you in just a minute. You'll see it on my screen. Goes down a little bit further there. Then we're going to select both of the objects, and we're going to click the Add button on the Pathfinder panel. And see, the tooltip indicates it combines selected objects into one shape. And there we go. Save your work and close, add, and subtract. Command S, and then we're going to close out this one. Oh, subtrace, yeah. All right, now we're going to use the intersect and minus back pathfinders. So we're going to go to File and Open. We're going to open 8-2. And we're going to save it as intersect and minus back. So we're going to do a File, Save As, and intersect and minus. I'm not going to put all that minus back stuff. Whoops. Minus. I'm just going to underscore my name. Then we're going to get the selection tool, and again, in this instance, it's the black selection tool. We're going to move the green circle so that it overlaps the red square as shown. Let's see, wait a minute. Move the green circle. I should do as I'm reading, right? And we want to overlap the red square. So it's right at about the halfway point, it looks. I'm going to move that down just a little bit, and you can see that I am arrowing it down, and you'll want the circle to intersect right about here and here on the red square. We're going to select both objects, so I'm going to get the black selection tool, click and drag an imaginary rectangle around those two, and then we're going to go to intersect on the Pathfinder. And you'll see that the tooltip says it's going to intersect the shape areas. So what exactly does that mean? That's what it means. The resulting single object is the intersection of the two overlapping objects. Right now we're going to do the same thing with the light blue circle. We're going to move it so that it overlaps the blue square. And then we're going to select both objects. And we're going to click the minus back button on Pathfinder. And you'll see again, you get the little tool tip that indicates that you're at the right spot. And you'll see that where the two objects overlap, the backmost object punches a hole in the frontmost object, which was the purple or the dark blue. Well, it looks purple to me, but it was indicated a blue circle, blue square. All right, we're going to do a Command or Control S. I'm going to save this, and I'll be back in just a moment. We're going to start work on a new area, creating new stroke styles. See you in just a few minutes.